Welcome to the Ross Woodworks Shop SOP on how to change out your Sawstop blade cartridge. Before we begin, let's take a look at the two cartridges that are available. On the left, we have a regular saw blade cartridge, and on the right, we have a saw blade cartridge specific to dado stacks. They are not cross-functional, so keep that in mind. Again, here we have profile views of both cartridges. Notice how much more robust the dado cartridge is because it is stopping several blades at once versus a single blade. Here we have two dado cartridges. One has been activated and the other is still intact. Can you tell which is which? If you guessed the one on the left, you are correct. That little nick in the check here section is from someone trying to use a regular blade on a dado stack cartridge. Like I said before, they are not cross-functional. So it is imperative to make sure you have the right cartridge with the right blade. Here's the profile view, so you can see what an activation looks like on the left and what an intact cartridge looks like. The regular cartridges are about $120 and the dado cartridges are about $140. This was a single blade that was activated a few weeks ago in our shop. Unfortunately, once the activation happens, the cartridge is no good and so is your blade. All in all, setting off a Sawstop cartridge will cost you about $300 to get a new cartridge and a new blade. It is imperative that we avoid setting this off at all costs. Let's swap out a cartridge. Begin by turning the power off to your saw. Then remove the throw plate, and for the demonstration, we're going to remove the saw blade so everything can be clearly seen. Locate your cartridge in the back of your housing, lift up on the red locking pin, and pull out the locking pin. Sometimes it takes a little wiggle to get it free. Then pull off your cartridge and inspect it. Here we're going to install a dado cartridge just for the demonstration. I'll not be installing a dado blade. We will align the pins and push it back on, making sure it sits snug against the housing. Insert your locking pin back into its hole. Again, might take a little wiggle, and push down on the red tab to lock it into place. That is all. Now you've switched out your cartridge. Let's go over it again. We're going to lift up on the locking pin tab to unlock the pin and take it completely out. Then we're going to remove our cartridge and set it aside. Make sure your electrical pins are facing the inside of the housing as you slip the cartridge into place. Now replace your locking pin, making sure it is fully seated, and then push down to lock it back into place. Now you've replaced your cartridge. We're going to throw the blade back on and do a depth measurement. With your saw, they give you a feeler gauge and an Allen key in order to adjust the blade depth to the stop. Using the yellow Allen key slot and the pointed part of the gauge, you will turn the Allen key right and left to adjust the depth of how close it is to the cartridge. You want the points of the teeth just touching the end of the feeler gauge. Too close and you can accidentally trip the cartridge. too far away and the saw will not turn on at all. Once you have fit your saw blade, replace your throat plate and restore your power. Once power is restored, let it cycle through its safety checks, and when you have a solid green light, you're ready to roll. Thank you for watching the Ross Woodworks Shop SOP on how to change out a Sawstop blade cartridge.